Because we both not saying anything.
Welcome everybody to the Tea with Tia T.
Hey, we are here live from the
Creating Change
shutdown. It's a huge storm coming up the East Coast, and so they're kind of shutting down a little bit early, getting stuff closed up because people are taking off that can get out. But we've been here for a week now getting changed, so we figured we would use this time to use our splash to talk a little bit about what was going on here. And then when we have our longer podcast, we can get into a little bit deeper. And you can tell us what you want to know about it, ask us questions, so that we can answer them on the podcast.
Sounds great, right? So this is day, Wednesday, Thursday,
347 of Creating Change.
Day 4. We've been in DC for 4 days already. It seems like a week.
It seems like a month. Not that, and that's no shade. It's not that it's a bad thing, but if you've never been in one of these, first of all, do you know what Creating Change is? Let's start there. Creating Change is a conference for LGBTQ leadership all across the country, and really, we've met some people even internationally that came over for the conference, and it's in a different place every year. And it's a convening a bunch of sessions that different people from the community talk about their expertise, what they do. And you learn from each other, you talk to each other, but it's also this incredible networking opportunity to just meet people from around the country doing the same stuff in the field and learn some things and some parties. But it's close to 3,000 people packed up into a hotel for the most part, and so it is a dope experience, but it also can be extremely overwhelming because it's just a lot of people and a lot of things, peopling and thinking.
And that's a nice way of saying a lot of stuff. Overwhelming. For me, it's a little overwhelming. There's a lot of things going on. You got all day workshops that go from like 9 to 6, and in between that you got little workshops here and there that are like 60 minutes, 90 minutes long.
Then evening workshops and sessions.
And off-site events and on-site events. I know Tom, the Creating Change ball went to.
Ball was last night, so they do a ballroom segment. It's not like a mainstream ball, obviously. It's a
conference ball.
It's a conference ball. We can get into more exactly what that means in the podcast, but it's ball-ish, and they have different events each evening. So it's like bigger stuff. Like they do a ball. They're doing a cabaret tonight.
There was a variety show.
There's a variety show. Yeah. So, different things to entertain the folks. A lot of people go off campus, go off site to stuff, but they also have big events, at least 3 out of the 5 nights at the hotel also. So folks can stay here and be entertained and kiki a little bit to, I guess, sort of burn off steam from some stuff that can be heavy, and it all is draining. Like, even the good stuff is draining.
Everything is draining. I'm drained.
And it's hard because all the ones I've gone to, because I've been to a few, have been in warm climates, and so you can kind of get outside, breathe, put your feet in the grass, ground yourself with all these people being around. But up here, since it's been so chilly, we did take we took an excursion one day and we're out and about or whatever, but for the most part, we've been inside, so it has been very overwhelming.
Yeah, and of course, we are in our nation's capital, DC, and you got the National Guard.
Oh my God, can we talk about that a little bit?
So that's that too.
I'm from New York, but I live. I'm from New York, but I live in Florida, so obviously Florida's been the epicenter of a lot of things. But honestly, I haven't really encountered, obviously I stay up on the things and Blackout covers all the things so we know what's happening, but I really haven't encountered much of that in Florida. Like, I haven't seen ICE in Florida. We aren't under occupation like a lot of these states are. So coming to, and even when I was in New York, it was before ICE really started treading much in New York, the last time I was up there recently. So to come here, we went to eat and do some things and look around a little bit because DC is a really dope walkable city. So when I'm here, usually I'm walking to the museums or walking between the monuments because I love the sound. I love DC, so that's something I usually spend a lot of time doing. It's been chillier, so we haven't done a whole lot of that. But one day, we went, a group of us went.
It was 50 though.
It was nice. One day it was nice, so a few of us went walking to see what we could see and do some things or whatever. And to see 6'4" or 6'5" National Guard troops like walking in formation down the street was a trippy ass experience. Like, we were just talking about it at lunch. It's just like, it's like being in a movie, and it made me have an appreciation for, obviously we stay up on what's going on because we're those kind of people, but also because we do this work. But it made me have an appreciation for the fact that people who don't live in the cities where this stuff is happening don't have an appreciation for how serious it is. Like, a lot of us are like, why are y'all not tripping more? Like, this is a really big deal. But it made me have an appreciation for why some people aren't reacting as much, because even for me up on this, before seeing it in real life, like, it's some wild shit to be seeing people in like army fatigues marching down the fucking street. Like, that is some wild shit to see.
It's a little even more wild to see these people in army fatigues, and she got on fashion army fatigue.
So, I'm blending. I'm working with my environment. Nah, but like, we were waiting outside at one point. T went in someplace and we were waiting outside for something, and like, it was the first time I had seen them, and they started coming, and we were with one of our friends who was like, you know, the girls was sitting, and I'm like, bitch, we need to go stand by that bus stop so they think we're waiting for the bus, because I don't know what's like, they did their formation thing, went this way, went that way, and then started coming back towards us up the sidewalk. I was like, bitch, if you don't come over here and stand by this bus stop so it looks like we going someplace, because like, you just don't know. And none of them, we didn't have any interaction with any of them. I think Victoria said hi to some of what we were like, what's up? But so it wasn't hostile, but it's just a crazy ass experience to see that shit in real life. Like, it was scary. Like, I am uncomfortably unfrightened in most situations. Like, most people are like, girl, you're stupid, like, come over here. Like, I'm just, I don't know, I don't scare easy. From Rochester, New York, I've seen a lot. I don't scare easy. But I was scared, I was intimidated. Like, it's just not, it was like a video game. Like, when do you ever see the, I don't know, like, even when, like, now I live in Florida, so I'm used to hurricanes, right? So disaster relief comes through when the hurricanes come, and you see people that are clearly from the National Guard, but they don't look like that. These look like soldiers marching down the block. And to have visited and loved this city for such a long time, if I didn't move to Tampa when I did, I would have moved to DMV, because I love it up here. Like, the vibe is just so me. So to have a city that I'm used to visiting and just being able to kiki and have fun, I love the clubs here, I love the nightlife, I love being outside. Like, it's such a dope city. So to be here and see like Demolition Man walking down the street, like, it just was some wild shit. I swear it was like being in a video game. It was scary. So I don't know, but it just goes to show why so many people in places that haven't experienced ICE or the National Guard being in their cities or whatever don't have a full appreciation for how intimidating it can be, because I didn't have a full appreciation for how intimidating it is to see it face to face in real life.
You know, as a black man, I think I have a different take, because I feel like the National Guard is a whole lot, well, the interaction or non-interaction that we had was a whole lot less, for me at least, than like normal police interaction.
Well, see,
But I feel like when I walk, but I probably give a different vibe. Like, when I walk past police, they give me a different vibe than what they give to you.
Well, no, that's not true. I spent a lot of time protesting against the police, so I've had mostly not great interaction with police. So it's not that, but there's something different to me. I guess I've spent my whole life being, I don't want to say fearful of police, but very cautious of police interaction. Because I, believe it or not, pale as I may be, I've definitely had the driving while black experience. And I have sons. I have black sons that I'm raising. So, like, there's just something surreal about it being the Army. Like, that's just a different level. Like, that's just like a different level of, it's just, it's trippy to me. Like, it's not so much that they're more frightening than the police, it's just frightening that the Army is walking through the city. Like, when do you ever see the Army just marching through the city?
I don't know, for me it felt exactly the same. Like, it felt exactly the same.
I think it's just because I've never seen that before. I think that's what it is. Like, I've just never, like, I would be cautious if the police were coming because I'm always cautious of police interaction. However, I have never encountered, and plus you just don't know what the vibe is. Like, are they just gonna walk past you? Like, are you about to get, like, questioned? Like, I don't know. It was a lot. Can you read those comments? Because I can't.
Comments.
Oh, so clearly you can't. So I could have did this.
My peoples. Hey, EL.
Hi. EL just left us. They're on their way home.
Yes, have a safe
Traveling
trip.
Mercies.
Our favorite dyslexic book nerd. It was
Merch
so
coming
dope.
soon. They loved EL.
Yeah, it was so dope to meet EL because this is like one of the first times that we all got to be together, or at least the majority of us in one city, one place. So yeah, I got to meet EO and Ronnie for the first time, and we definitely had a good time. Can't wait to the next link up. But yeah, we've been having some experiences here in these 4 days. And creating change has been, it's definitely a change from last year. You know, last
And the year before.
So I didn't go,
I didn't go last year. T came.
Yeah.
And then I went the year before, but T wasn't there. And then you went the year before
and then
that.
I went the year before that.
And I wasn't there.
So for me so far, I would say I had the most fun and like best networking experience in San Francisco. Yeah, San Francisco was the best creating change for me. This year was a little different. I feel like there was, although there was like 3,000 people, there was somehow less people than what it usually feels like.
So I love New Orleans. I love, like, DC and New Orleans are my two favorite cities in the country, in the U.S. So I love being in both of those places. We didn't get to do DC, like I usually get to do DC, so I think that made it less exciting for me than New Orleans was, because I love New Orleans. I love New Orleans. Another city that's just a vibe for me. But I did not feel like this hotel was necessarily an ideal setup. I liked the setup better in New Orleans. Just like the building itself, I felt like you could tell, like I still am seeing people that I didn't see the entire week that we've been here, because the way that the setup of the hotel was, you just didn't, unless you came to those big events, when you don't necessarily get to interact in the same way. Like, mind you, we did a fair share of lobby, you know, we were parking lot pimping in the lobby most of the time, but that's where people were gathering, because you didn't necessarily see other people if they weren't in your sessions. And I feel like the way that the hotel was set up kind of made it harder to run into people, because I don't know, I think the session rooms were in closer proximity, and like everybody would like let out, it was like let out from the club. You know, you would come out in the same space in other hotels, and this one, the wings of the hotel were farther apart, so you missed people more. So that made this one less cohesive for me, I guess. But I had a lot of fun in New Orleans. I had a lot of, because the city's so much fun, and the spirit of the city is so infectious. They weaved that really seamlessly into the conference. Like, there was a lot of New Orleans culture built into the conference in New Orleans, so I really enjoyed that.
See, and you know, I've never been to New Orleans. I've never been to New Orleans, so I really have to experience that one day. So any of the orgs out there in New Orleans that want me to come out, you know, or want Blackout to come out,
I'm
reach
telling you fly us out to New Orleans anytime, because that is my favorite place. So I am fully down. But it was, anytime you get to meet all these different people, like the sessions are cool, like I said, and you learn a lot, but nothing is more impactful for me personally coming to these things than the people you meet, the networking opportunities, the seeing the work that other people are doing. For us as a magazine, a writing team, it's just so dope. Like, my people this week interviewed 1,000 people. Like, the amount of time that it would have taken for us to do interface with this many people and talk about the magazine. Plus, we also, Blackout had a session earlier in the week where we talked about like media interaction, gave people some tips about, you know, how to get more media engagement. not from the community, but from the actual media, like for the organizations or whatever. And that went really, really well.
Yeah.
I was super pleased with how many people came up to us afterwards to talk about how much they learned. All week long, people were like, oh my God, I loved your session so much. It was so great. Your team is so cool. Like, I really appreciated that this year. This is the first year we've taught, but it's also, again, like he said, the first year we've had all of us here. Typically, it's like 2 of us are here, and we had like 7 and a half people this year. So it was a different experience because we got to divide and conquer a lot more. It's hard to be attending sessions, getting content, doing interviews, meeting people, and also have somebody at the table, because usually that takes somebody away to do the things. Plus, when you have an opportunity that's an educational space, I always want us to be able to do that too. Like, if you're at the conference, I don't want you to just read the magazine. I want you to be able to experience what the conference is and learn while we're here. Like, everything is a learning experience. So it's hard to do all those things well, but with us being so many of us here, it was awesome because we got to take turns. Ronnie did her thing at the table. She always represents the magazine so well, and she's so damn bubbly that she will talk to anybody, and that is so not me, so bless her heart.
Yes. And another thing about our session though, I was surprised that there were so many people in our session.
Yeah, it was so dope.
They put us at 9 in the morning on a Thursday.
They did, and we had a little teensy tiny room. And so I really didn't, and most people got here on Wednesday, so they were still fresh. And when you first get into an environment, you're still moving around and feeling it out and getting comfortable and recovering from travel or whatever. So they had us in a small room, but the room got packed out immediately.
Yeah.
You can RSVP for the sessions, but there's still not really an indication as to how many people, you get caught up. So there's not an indication as to how many people actually are going to make it so early in the morning. Okay. Being so early in the morning, but it was so many people in there. Every single seat was full, and then they even had standing room. People were standing up in the back to listen to us. So we really appreciate the fact that y'all woke up nice and early to come chill with us. As who says that? You could be anywhere. You say that.
You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. I stole that, but
well, it's yours.
Jay-Z. But
he won't mind. Hope won't mind.
I know. He made enough money off.
Okay. So it was I was really impressed with how many people came and how many people stayed. Like, they really stayed the full session. And like I said, people really consistently have come up to me all week long just to be like, oh, we really enjoyed it, we learned. So that's lit.
Yeah. And, look out for some of these dope interviews. Out of all the people that I met, and I met a lot of dope people, I got to interview Andrea Jenkins, y'all. Yep. And if y'all don't know who she is, which you should, you need to go Google her. Or just look out for the interview because it'll be coming soon.
Or get the calendar. The cover book.
Yeah, so definitely. Who was your favorite person that you networked with?
So it wasn't networking. Meeting celebrities, like, I don't really fan out. Like, I don't know. I don't.
No, I mean just like meeting folks.
But I'm about to tell you, I don't really typically fan out when I meet people. But I was sitting in the lobby talking to my friends, and all of a sudden Dominique Jackson was over my shoulder. And I looked up, and inside my head I was like, oh my God, because I've never met her before.
She's dope.
I've met the entire rest of the cast. She's the only one from Pose that I've never met, and so I was very excited. Everybody else already knew her, so they were like, whatever. But she bent down and gave me a hug, like she knew me too, because she knew everybody else. And I was like,
she's an amazing person. So sweet.
She's so pretty.
Definitely gorgeous.
So pretty.
Nothing like her character.
No, not at all. Not at all.
We love the shift because she is so warm.
She is. She's so
nice,
sweet, but she's so she's shockingly pretty in person. Like, she's just gorgeous. I was just like, oh shit. But you know who I loved meeting the most, and we weren't necessarily interviewing, but Diamond.
Oh yeah.
Diamond Styles is so dope. Like, I just was, first of all, fashion. Like, every day she came out in some shit, and I was like, oh my God, like, she's just so dope. And if you listen to her, like, we've been kikiing all week, but like, listening to her today, like, talk about stories and like her past and where she comes from or whatever, like, she's just so dope. Like, Like, I want her to be my mom. Like, I want her to adopt me. Like, she's just such a cool person, and she's so smart and funny and just chill. Like, she's just so nonchalant, and she has all these stories, and so I really, really appreciated getting to spend time with her this week.
And them hats, and you know I'm a hat guy.
For days.
So I can appreciate a good hat. It's the hats for me. The hats in the style.
Anybody
It's
who
the
can
hats.
mix patterns, because that is not something that is not a skill of mine. Anyone who can mix crazy patterns together and make it look dope, like, gets all the love from me. And she just, like, the shit she puts on, like, it just looks perfect. And it's like saying with Sarah Jessica Parker. She's like Carrie Bradshaw.
Right.
For the
And
gays.
so I will say, I'll shout out to the Marsha P. Johnson Institute.
Ah, yes,
Although I
Chastity.
did not hate, although I didn't get my calendar yet because, you know, all this shut down a little bit early. I'm getting my calendar before I leave Create and Change because all of those pictures in there are so dope of all of the training.
Oh my God, you gotta see Diamond's page.
I was just about to say
oh
that.
my
But
God.
that the Mad Hatter
For the win.
Mental Health Awareness Month.
Mad Hatter for the win.
It's a win for me. So we're gonna wrap this up because I got a flight to catch because I gotta get out of here.
I got canceled. I'm not going
getting
nowhere.
stuck in the
I'm already
storm. I
stuck.
got places to be.
Taking donations to pay for my continued hotel stay, so feel free to send them my way.
Maybe because this storm they talking about it's coming. They building stuff at the hotel. I don't know what they.
I know. At
building
this
in
point,
the
I
back,
have
but-
officially moved to the DMV because I'm not gonna be able to get out anytime soon.
Oh yeah, I'm catching a flight today because I won't get stuck here tomorrow. So I gotta go get my calendar, y'all. And y'all sending us
Shout out to
some
Chastity.
Shout out to Chastity. And y'all, listen. Y'all have a great time. Y'all send us some questions that y'all might have about creating change. Throw some comments on this video. Anything y'all want to know about. If you go, we'll talk about some of the sessions that.
And if you're here, if you've been here and you want to add in your 2 cents about what you thought about the conference, what you experienced, what you loved, what you hated, pop those on the DM us or pop them on the video also, and we'll include those too.
Right.
You know, we love it. Now we can use the cute little tech and add the comments to the screen and all the things now that we are on Apple Podcasts.
And if you want to send us some pictures,
Yes.
feel free to send us some pictures as well. Tell us about what your favorite session was, because we're going to talk about some of ours. But yeah, for now, I got to go find the Marsha P. Johnson ladies so I can get my calendar.
And we have countless interviews that we got captured this week, so we've been kind of tossing back and forth how we were going to push those out. And what we will likely do is in our February issue, which we will do like a whole review and talk about the things and push out pictures. Speaking of which, with the pictures, if you send us pictures, they will probably make it in the magazine. We'll do a whole review in the February issue, but we will also release videos from the interviews every day during February to recap the people that we met and the things we saw and the folks that we talked to, so y'all can get a feel for the people that were here.
All right, so let me go get my calendar, pack my bags. You know, I got my boo to go see. Gotta get out of here, y'all.
See, Mark, 'cause I know you out there somewhere. All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning in to The Splash. As you know, we started a new format where we hit you with like a 15-20 minute what's up and talk about what we're going to talk about in the full podcast. You give us your feedback and we take that to the podcast, and then you can catch us on Apple Podcasts, on Substack, on another one that I can't remember, but basically anywhere that you listen to your favorite podcast, you can find us too. Subscribe.
Yes, and we can become your new favorite podcast.
All right, thanks, y'all. Be safe. If you're in this storm, please be safe, be smart. Get you some supplies, get you some good snacks, a couple
Candles,
bottles.
water, all that good
Like,
stuff.
see, he's responsible. Candles, water. I told
Listen,
you, go get a bottle and some snacks.
I got my prepared readiness bag at home. It's got candles in it. It's got gloves in it. It's got a little baby hatchet. I got anything I might need to survive. It's in that bag. Even a little lantern.
Ready for the apocalypse.
Listen, you gotta stay ready. What
So you
Beyonce
gotta
said,
get ready?
You gotta stay ready, so you don't gotta get ready.
Life according to be. All right, y'all. So thank you. Oh, what is this? Who's saying what? Oh, hi, Imani. Oh, there's Imani.
Hi, Imani.
One day, possibly, I will
We
make it
missed
back to
you.
Florida. See you again soon. Also, Imani, we got the van for St. Pete to the march in Tallahassee because we will be doing the Trans March. The Can I Live March. Let us live March. I'm speaking at home. It's like the Jay-Z Beyonce hour. The Let Us Live March in Tallahassee on Thursday. Blackout will also be there. So assuming that I can get the hell out of here, I will be there too, and so will Blackout.
All right. Well, you never know where you might see Blackout with me, so just keep looking out.
This is gonna be everywhere. All right, y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Get home safe.